We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the USC Trojans, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Tar Heels will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Trojans offense takes the field for the first time today. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Finds his target down the middle. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
With the catch, it's Washington. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
The Trojans are flying down the field. He leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds a tight end. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Quarterback keeps it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. The Tar Heels offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Lopez to pass. Under fire. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give to the lone running back.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give out of the gun. Turning it on. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. On the double. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. on the direct snap. It's Worthley. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he drops the throw. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, USC. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, though.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Looking for room. It's Goss. There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How about the offensive line working in tandem on these blocks? You see some of those guys that got up into the second level, got a hat on a hat, and that left open a huge crease for the running back.
Fires to the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The give to the tailback. Looking for more room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Catch in the middle. It's Ross. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Tar Heels decide to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Snagged out of the air. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Getting set for the point after. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Makes the catch. It's Cox. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Lopez wants to fire. Here's the pressure. Grab near the marker. It's Cox. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Handoff to the lone back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner will be knocked down. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. And the Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Lopez to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, UNC! And the comeback is on.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Direct snap. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
On on the ground. It's Wormley. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Grab near the sticks. It's Wormley. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him. So a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Finds his man. It's Wormley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Line getting set on 2nd down. Give to the back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jordan. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Ross. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
With the run on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Had to settle for the field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Lopez wants to fire. This time it's complete. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down will open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Can't get him to the ground. Quarterback gets the first down. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Oh, they're after him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. The give from the gun. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Lopez to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Ship. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Tar Heels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Tar Heels! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. He'll try to tack on one more. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
It's a reverse. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Trojans back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Dalton. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's still a 1-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Lopez wants to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That incompletion leaves him staring at a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.